here's something to reflect on. Addiction is always linked to some type of emotional link. This is an emotional need for every addiction, pretty much, is what I'm bringing forward. Is that, let's say, anybody that is addicted to something like, without going too complex, like for everybody watching this, at this level, we're not looking at clinically dependent on this or that. At this level, we're talking about addictions that are manageable at this level. Because if it was so bad that like this, what I'm saying here isn't, it will not, suffice, is that it's for people that are, in rehabs or getting clinical help. But for most of us, addiction means like, it might be overeating, it might be consuming content, it might be porn, it might be cigarettes, it might be weed, alcohol, it might be sex. For all of these, we're talking about addictions which are related to an emotional need. And if you just were to identify what emotional need are you trying to fulfill by constantly going back to this addiction, you could save an amount of time so considerable it won't really make sense, and you'll relieve yourself of so much head trauma and pain that you can cause to other people by just answering that one question. It might take 30 seconds, it might take 3 minutes, an hour, a couple days, a couple weeks for you to figure that out. But if you just do that, just observe it, whatever it is, just observe it, you'll be able to simply watch it dissipate by accepting the truth. Because in partaking in that action, the action is not what is addicting. The feeling is what is addicting. So if the feeling is what is addicting, then let's focus on the source. And once you identify it, you see the need, you'll figure out that there are other ways to fulfill that. It could be yourself, it could be just changing that action for a different action, but the action is not the addiction. It's that what it fulfills is the addiction. Hope I encourage you to try that. Maybe write it down. I used to write down stuff, right? In my life, I would you can write down your thoughts, and if you observe your thoughts, you can get to the answer, and you could try just to change directly. If writing is not something that works for you, just start changing the actions directly. Maybe later in time there'll be a point where you'll be able to write. Anyways, just be more observant of yourself.